Day 6, I'm using this clear varnish on the cratch. I've rubbed it down and I've just given it a coat, a very light coat. And let's see how it goes. I'm not going to give it any more. I'm going to let this dry and then I'm going to turn it over and just give the backside another coat, or the first coat, and make sure I take this masking tape off. Let's get these gunnels done. That's my next job, and I'll check on the roof and put my back deck down. Every day's a bonus. Well, the next job's just been done. I've done the gunnels, top and bottom. I need to get that tape off before it dries. Just had enough paint. It really was tight and down to the last brushful. I've done the ring on the back as well. That certainly looks better, top and middle. The back deck's been done. So the back deck, the gunnels both sides, and the front took bang on a litre. Very, very tight. I think I'm going to get another litre just to be on the safe side, because I'm sure it'll go up this time next year. So there we go. Right, my next job is going to be putting my weed hatch back in. So here's a tip for you. Before you put your weed hatch back in, get some of your marine grease. I use this white stuff rather than the golden stuff that goes in the stern gland, and I've just smeared a bit all the way around the edge there. And then what I'm going to do, if I can do this, I'm going to this is going to be a big if. I'm not going to get that in. I'm going to need both hands to get that in. What I'm going to do is then drop that weed hatch down, and then I'm going to paint the top, give the top a coat of yellow while it's in situ. Every day's a bonus. What's my next job? Well, I've come to have a look at the roof. I was hoping I wouldn't have to paint it, but if I look in places like that, it looks a bit patchy. And I know this is a second coat with the first coat of the new paint. I wouldn't be happy leaving it. So I think while we're out in the slip and undercover, I'm going to get my roller out, get some paint on and give it another coat. It's quick drying, it'll only take 2 hours to dry. So I know that tomorrow morning it's going to be perfectly dry. So I can then take the masking tape off and paint the blue down the side of the rails. Let's do it, I won't regret it, and it'll save it for next year. Well, here we are 1 hour later. The roof is done, and I tell you what, it was a struggle at the end. It's 22 degrees now. Cracky, 22 degrees. That's nearly a summer temperature, isn't it? Goodness me. The problem is, this dries quick anyway, so that was drying very, very quick, and I was having to really blend it in. So I hope that's going to dry lovely without any lines, because I'd hate to see that, and I'd hate to have to go and get some more paint and give it another coat. So let's see how we go. And you know what else I did? Well, I'd got some paint left on my roller and in my pad. You know what's coming, don't you? Have a guess. Have you guessed yet? I'll tell you. Yep, that's right. Give my gas lacquer another coat. That's tidied that up, so I'm quite pleased at that. Every day's a bonus. It's 3 o'clock, 22 degrees, and it's getting a bit hot now. There's no breeze at all. It's getting a bit stuffy. I can get a bit high with the fumes from the paint and the varnish, which is what I've just done here. Turn this cratch board over and giving it a coat of varnish. And I tell you what, it's going on lovely. I don't know why I mucked about with that dark lacquer, that dark stain varnish. I may as well have just rubbed it down and used some clear blooming varnish. That's what I'll do for next time. There we go. Is this the last job for the day? Let's go and find my list. Every day's a bonus. Well, this is the front button off the boat. It fends you away from things, you know, from when you put your lock gate or another boat or the side. And this is a handy tip. Somebody told me many years ago, you'll never find in any textbook or probably on any other video. But that's about 12 years old, this button, and it's starting to look a bit grey. So I've got some cheap Turner and Grey black gloss finish paint from B&M's, and all I do is jet wash this down and then give it a spray. Give it a spray with some black gloss, and look at that. Is that making that look like new? I reckon. And I can also give my chains a quick spray as well. Just do the top bit and the sides, and there we go. I've got new fenders. Every day's a bonus. And I've done the back button exactly the same with a bit of gloss paint. I've even done the arms this time. So I'll let that dry overnight, and I'll put the button on the back and on the front tomorrow. I'll see if I can find the circles to put on here as well while I'm at it, and just have a quick look round, see if there's anything else I need to do. I think tomorrow is all about starting to put things back together and making a decision on what I'm going to do with the sides. Really pleased with the way this yellow's going. I think it's made a fantastic difference, and while I'm at it as well, I've also put some black tape on there because I didn't have any black rope, and that's made that look better. Certainly a big difference to what it was last Friday. Every day's a bonus.